Hey everyone, this is Lisa from the Rhinestone World, and in this video I'm going to show you how to set up a test cut in Silhouette Studio in your Cameo. This will make sure you have the best cut settings to help save you time and money with your projects. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how to perform a test cut with your Silhouette Studio software and your Silhouette. Now the reason why we want to do that is we want to make sure we have our settings tuned in correctly, because this will help cut our material the most efficiently, and it speeds up how long it takes us to weed it. So a lot of times we can cut our material and maybe it's a little bit off, so it takes you longer to weed, but we don't want to do that. We want to take a little bit of time on the front end to do our test cuts to make sure we have everything correct, and then we're good to go. So let's go over to our send panel. And so what I've done is I like to program my own settings in here. So I do have a video on doing that, but you would basically go right here to add new material type and choose your material. So I'm working with Easy Weed that I have right here, and you can see that the settings that I have been using, I have my blade at 3, my speed at 10, and my force around 6. Now this will change a little bit based on your material. This will change a little bit based on how old your blade is. So every machine is different. Every lot of vinyl could differ a little bit. So whenever you're using a new piece of vinyl or a different color, I always recommend doing a test cut just to be sure. So now I have all my settings down here. Well, right now you're gonna see that I have my design all highlighted. I don't want to cut that right now. I just want to cut a little test section. So we're gonna go over here and click on this test here. So I'm going to turn on my machine, and then what I'll do is I'll load in my material, I'll show you what I'm doing, and then I'll go ahead and do my test cut. So in the next section I'm going to show you some things to look for in your test cut and how you can tell if your test cut is good. Here I have my Cameo. I am working on the Cameo 3, and I have my vinyl here on a cutting mat. A couple reasons. One, if you keep it on the mat you don't have to move that roller every time, but two, I have a scrap piece. So this is where it's really important to make sure you're doing your test cuts, because the scrap pieces, you don't have as much room for error. So we're going to go ahead and load it in. So you can see I'm going to line it up with these lines here, push it against the roller, and now I'm going to press load. Now it's important in your software to have it marked that you have a cutting mat. So I have that all set, and I'm going to go right here and I'm going to do test. My test cut is done. Let's go ahead and unload this. Now a lot of times people will just peel this off while it's on the mat. You want to make sure to peel off the corner, because one part of your test cut is you want to feel the back of your carrier where your test cut is. You don't want it to be too perforated. It's okay to feel a little bit of the indentation of your vinyl, but if you can really feel it, that means it did cut a little bit deep, and so you run the risk of you cutting through your carrier in certain parts of your design. So let's go ahead and peel this off of my mat, and I have my little weed edge pick tool. So I have my test cut right here in the corner. So it's going to be a square with a triangle in it. So you just want to go ahead, grab a little piece of the corner, and you want to peel up. So what you're looking for is that the vinyl comes up with no resistance, but also you want this triangle to stay behind really well, and you don't want it to snag in corners. So if your triangle came up with your square, that's not a good cut. You want to retry it. So this is a great test cut. So you want to keep doing this until you get your right settings, but after that you're pretty much set for a little while. So if you have any questions, you can comment below, or you can email us at info@therhinestoneworld.com. If you like this video, click here to subscribe to our YouTube channel. If you'd like more tutorials using Silhouette Studio and the Silhouette Cameo, click here. And don't forget to like and comment.